up, guys? I'm Grandmaster Shaymin, and welcome back to episode 3 of Robotics and Notes Elite. And the last episode, we kind of got a little bit of background information on the beginnings of the giant Gundam that they're trying to build, and some other interesting stuff. So I highly recommend going back and checking that out if you didn't. And we're about to get into the third episode. If you guys are enjoying, make sure you guys hit that like button down below for me, because you already know your support's greatly appreciated. And we will just get started. The sky is so blue, it's crystal clear. Day after day, the cloudless sky is almost to the point of tedium. The weather is pretty important around these parts, especially because it tends to rain a lot this time of year. If it's just light rain, I can wear a raincoat and commute to school by bike, but I'd rather it just be nice out. The wind striking my face as the scent of summer, or at least that's what it feels like, you know, greenery and stuff. Riding a scooter in the summer is way nicer than in the winter by a long shot, although I bet that holds true around the world, not just on this island. Akiho is driving in front of me, her skirt flapping around in the wind. Every day I get nervous about her accidentally flashing everyone, but her guard is unexpectedly tight. We stop our scooters at the convenience store near the school. Hold on. Sera ice cream. Sera ice cream? Sera. Sailor ice cream? I don't understand. I can't quite read the kanji, but I know the last kanji, the kanji that is, I actually can't show you with my mouse, but the very last kanji on that string of 4 kanji right there on the right side, the last one is shop, so you can kind of tell that this is, I mean, you can tell that it's a shop, but I know that the last kanji is the store, but I'm not entirely sure what the previous 3 kanji mean. And then there's Sera ice cream. One might call me a regular here at Ire General Store. Ire. Interesting. Okay, I lightly wave to Akiho in response before entering the store.
Irashai.
We probably... Oh yeah, she's the one with the robotic legs. Yo, I remember her actually. Baito. I see Baito. And then Mensol behind her head is Mensoru, which is probably cigarette buds and stuff, most likely. Huh. She's pretty much the same as I remember in the show, but I think it's just the 3D animation that's just throwing me off. The girl with the languid attitude sitting at the corner is Mizuka Irai-san. She's the daughter of the store's owner and works here on most weekdays. She's helping with the family business. She was Misane's classmate. In other words, I've known her since I was in elementary school. This older girl who barely even uses makeup has become somewhat of a minor celeb among the students at my high school. With her easygoing personality, she speaks openly and frankly with the youngsters who drop by here to shop. She was half paralyzed in a traffic accident in college, but thanks to the hug attached to her legs, she gets by. The hug is a power-assisted suit that quietly hit the medical care market in 2010 before the robot boom started. Despite not being a robot, the hug rode the robot wave and became huge, with over 3 million units sold worldwide. Even on a ritual island like this, you can occasionally see people walking around with them in town. Hugs even get used for non-medical things. You'll see special features on TV about hug jogging and whatnot. I lightly nod my head at Mizuka-san.
どうも。今日も綺麗で。
She herself told me to compliment an older girl, so I put her words into practice. Why she gotta be so mean? I grabbed the usual 2 bottles of fruit sour melon from the drink corner and bring them to the register.
秋は？
先に学校行ったよ。
あいつ、私をスルーするとはいい度胸だね。
高校生は毎日買い食いできるほど蓄えはないんだよ。
スコールは毎日飲んでるじゃないか。
ごもっとも。
次顔出したら2本買わせるか。で、カイ、今日はこれ、いいのかい？
Mizuka-san grins at me and points to the steamer next to the register filled with meat buns, anko buns, and more.
それは用事がある時しか食べないんで。
好きで食ってたのかと思ったよ。
あんなゲロマズマンを冗談でしょ。
Barftastic. Very interesting choice of words.
かい、うちの店の商品にゲロマズとか言うな。な。
ごめん。
I try to laugh it off as I hand Mizuka the money for my drinks.
そうそう。ミッチーに言っといて。
She grimaces like she suddenly remembered
さっ
something.
さとプロテイン取りに来いって。
ミッチーってこの店でプロテイン注文してんの？なんで自宅に直接送ってもらわないんだろう。
さあね。あいつ、今回は注文したくせに度忘れしてるらしくて、ちっとも取りに来ないんだ。
Under the counter, I see 4 protein bags with 5 kilograms written on them. The company probably shipped them by sea. Michi is Mitsuhiko Nagafukada's nickname. He's the PE teacher at the school and the club advisor. Simple, right?
それ俺に言うんじゃなくて、ミッチーに直接言ってくれない？電話とかで。
私はポケコンなんか持ってない。知ってんでしょ？
It's weird for her to be languidly boast about it. Mizuka-san is bad with machines. She brags about how the only things she can use are the register and her hugs.
じゃなくてさ、店の固定電話があるでしょうが。
めんどい。
Too much work. I heard Michi was her classmate and friend, but maybe I'm misremembering.
だからかい。伝言よろしく。
She opens yesterday's newspaper. Guess we're done? She's like a grumpy old man. Poor store clerk behavior. She's so scary. I thought Misane was bad, but Mizuka-san is no slouch. Why are the women her age so terrifying? Or maybe those two are just special. Crap. I spent way too much time chatting with Mizuka-san. I need to hurry or I'm gonna end up being late. I reach the school gate and turn off the engine. It's a school rule that once you hit the entrance, you're going to turn off your scooter's engine and push it from there.
おう、おはよう。急げよ。
あ、ミッチーだ。
Oh, what up, homie? Yo, his fucking jawline, though. Look at this man's freaking jaws coming out. It's this weird, like, flat chin. Oh man. Perfect timing. Michi is at the gate, greeting students.
おいおい、ヤシオ。いつも教えてるだろ？長深田先生。な？わかるよな？だからミッチーって呼ぶな。
Nagafukada sensei, got it. Sir Mitsuo Nagafukada sensei the fourth is a graduate of the school and also the first president of the Robotics club. I started calling him Michi because Mizuka-san does, and the habit then spread to Ahi.
長深田先生、さっき水香さんの店に行ってきたんだけど、プロテインさっさと取りに来いってさ。
Nagafukada sensei. Man, it's sometimes it's hard to pronounce because I'm just not used to it yet.
うわー、忘れてた。しかも今日金ないよ。どうするかな。
Aren't you always supposed to have cash on you? And I thought that was like, what is his mouth? What is his mouth? Look at his mouth! What is it? What? It looks so weird. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like he's like, his mouth enters the void. Then she enters panic mode and clings to
一つ教えてくれ。イレは怒ってたか？
Was Ire angry?
怒ってたんじゃない。あと、あんまひっつかないでくれる？暑苦しいから。
そっか。いいか、ヤシオ。お前にとっておきの情報を教えてやろう。イレを怒らせるとマジで怖い。以上だ。
うん、それは知ってる。
Michi is basically a delinquent teacher. Well, he'd better brace himself for the wrath of Mizuka-san. I sit down by my usual spot in the shade of the tree by the club room and gaze up at the sky. After school, Akiho went to the club room to get the club room key from the faculty room, but she hasn't returned yet. It's been a while. It'd be a pain to check the faculty room, and even more annoying if she got back while I was gone, so I'll chill. The sunlight is getting stronger. The single tree in the courtyard is becoming more and more important. I have nothing to do, so I open up the web browser. I find the headline about the new Hug model in the news column and casually tap on it.
こんにちは。エグゾスケルトン社ではただいまハグシリーズ販売300
Is that her sister? I'm pretty sure that's
本
her
日ご
sister,
紹
right?
介するハグ06カルマをキャンペーン中にお買い上げいただいた方全員に
3 million units
漏れ
sold
なく
campaign. That's
1
pretty
万
decent.
円をキャッシュバックいたします。自動車ポケコンと同じようにより身近により皆様の生活に密着する
Her voice
形
is a
で
lot lower
あ
than
らゆる
everyone
場面に
else's.
対応できるハグ。それがこのカルマです。
She does look pretty lovely, though, I will say.
コンセプトは一家に一台の時代へより簡単な着脱メンテナンスを可能にし一度の充電による連続稼働時間も大幅アップに成功しています。性能についてはハグ05よりも全体で 15% 向上し 100m 走で最速9秒59
Her hair looks pretty good. I'm just throwing it out there. Highest vertical jump, 4.92 meters.
従来のシリーズよりもさらに学習機能を向上させ
Isn't
た
that kind of
ハグ用
insane?
OS は装着者のわずかなネクタイの緊張からその後
That's
どう
like
動きたいか
double my
を
height.
自動的に判断します。
What the
そのた
hell?
めより効果的
Jump
効
4
率的に
meters in the
フォロー
air?
することがで
Jesus
きるようになって
Christ.
おります。
That's
ハグ
OP.
06カルマは全国のエグゾスケルトン社ディー
How
ラー
much is it?
予約を受け付けてお
9
ります。
million yen?
おかげさまで
What do you
多
got?
数のご予約をいただき
Hey, this isn't a good commercial if you don't tell anyone how much it is. I'm just saying.
大変難しくなっております。ご了承ください。あなたを支える心でありたい。
Okay. So, they didn't tell me how much it was. I think that's a failed business proposition right there. Yeah, Misune was there. Yeah, that's what I thought. How long has it been since she started appearing on TV like this? I mean, if she's, like, big at that company, then probably a while, right? After graduating 6 years ago, she went to college in Tokyo and now works for the flourishing exoskeleton company. She started doing PR work after her talents were recognized. She even makes appearances on TV as a Hug test pilot. Commercials, leading Hug demos, and even working as an advisor for Hug Spark and a Hug martial arts tournament. Misune is everywhere. Considering how active she is, it's no overstatement to say that she's crazy popular. So this is the beginning of megalobox type stuff, right? No? How people online refer to her as ex-gay PR girl. Ex-gay PR girl. She's more popular than your average pinup model. But all I want to do is scream out to the heavens. Don't be fooled, people. The Misune on TV isn't the real deal. Geez, I can't even begin to count how many times Misune made me bawl when I was in elementary school. Just thinking about it gives me chills. So she's a bitch. Alright, well, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people who appear on TV are actually assholes in real life. That's why it's called acting. It's from Akiho. It's strange for her to call me when she's at school.
電話受信
I answer and Akiho's face appears on the screen.
今どこさ
水かねえの店。
なんで
ねえ、それより宿題やった？英語の。
Oh, English homework. Hey, I can help with that if you need help. I'm just saying. Why is she so sure of that? Not that she's wrong, but I shake my head, but for some reason Akio smiles
う
happily.
ちも。
She totally didn't do it on purpose so that she could do it with him. Come on, you know there's that connection there.
宿題っていつまでだっけ
Childhood friends OP in anime, let's be real. Like, they have that supreme advantage over all the other girls. Not that there's other girls yet, but there will be.
明日。
やっべ。
Okay, why would, oh my god. Who did the English translation of this? Yabe, there's no way yabe is crappity crap. You could just say crap. It's yabe. Like, what?
だからさ、合宿しようよ。宿題合宿。
I just don't understand.
自力でやるつもり？
ラッキーなことに時間はまだあるし、2人分の頭脳が揃ってるし、分担しよう。あの人もかつてこう言ってた。
I love when she does this, by the way. She does it all the time in the anime and it's great.
戦いとは常に2手3手先を読んで行うものだって。
What was that, Lelouch? That's not Lelouch, I know. I'm just kidding. Sounds like something
今
you'd
の
say,
アキちゃんは一手先すら読めてないと思うよ。
though. Aw.
でもまあ、二人で分担する作戦には賛成。
They did a really good job with the facial expressions, though.
そうこなくちゃ。
Though I'm sure there's not that many characters in this game, so they don't have to worry too much about it. But she's completely forgotten about cornering the vice principal. I guess we'll use our club time today to finish
こう
homework.
なるのを予想して、飯塚姉のところにもう来てたりするんだ。
へえ、二手三手先を読んでるね。
でしょう。
I'll let her be happy with this victory.
腹が減っては戦はできぬだよ。なんかお菓子いる？リクエストあるなら言って買ってくから。
ゴチになります。
寝言は寝て言ってくれるかな。後でお代はもらうからね。
そりゃ残念。
会への差し入れなら私が選んであげるよ。
I hear Mizuka-san's voice from the
なあ、ア
other
キちゃ
side.
ん。水香さんの言うことは聞かなくていいから、フルーツサワーメロン買ってきて。
なにさ、いつものじゃないのか。
Mizuka-san sure is persistent. Besides, I have the usual. I won't be in any condition to study.
じゃあ買ってくね。部室じゃなくて教室で待ってて。
I do remember, like, in the anime that he eventually does that. I was like a point where, you know, he does eventually take that. I can't remember too much of the specifics, though.
少しでも自力でやっとくかな。
Akio didn't take long to get back. We studied our best until sunset, but couldn't finish in time. I guess I'll do the rest at home. Once again, Akio charges off to the faculty room after class. It's stupidly hot outside, so I'm waiting in the classroom today, looking for Tweepo to kill time. Tweepo is a social media platform with limited word counts posted on the internet, so Twitter, but Tweepo, okay. Phone droids have their own app for it. Each post is called a tweep, and they form a timeline on the screen based on when they were posted. If you follow someone else's account, it'll display their tweeps on your timeline too. I'm following around 100 people. If you follow a lot of people, your timeline is basically flooded with constant updates. It's a real pain to try and keep up with all that. So you can split tweeps into multiple lists. List A is for Robotics Club members, and I guess you could say friends. Oh, Prince X is so cute. The design taste is good that even though it's a giant robot, I think it's cute. Toyota of the world. It would be amazing if we could put this electric engine in Gun Build 1. Maybe I'll go negotiate sometime. Wonder if they'll let me borrow it for free. I'll send an email. Borrow it for free. Okay. Till last year, our club has even had more than 2 people in it. Given our current state, Akio is the only one in List A. List B is made up of real-life acquaintances and people I know online. Today is at 3 p.m. I'll be appearing on a Fuji-san TV show, 3 o'clock Madam. Thank you very much. Of course. It's probably an automated freaking tweep. List B is made up of real-life acquaintances. It includes my family, Akio's family, Michi, and a few others. I have no friends around my age, and I don't follow many of my classmates, thus List B is mostly adults. List C is for others. That includes journalists in Tokyo and official accounts for newspapers and news sites. Toyota announces their newly developed robot, Prince X. Toyota. If I look at list C, I can get a pretty good idea of what's going on in Tokyo. I don't really use list D, even with the list split. They refresh within a few hours. I keep telling myself to check at least Tweepo once a day. Tweepo, while browsing, you can switch the list to be displayed with LT and LB. Oh. I can reply? Oh my god, wait. I can reply. Can't you put in an electric car engine and solve the problem? That'll go for that go for broke mentality. It's amazing. You really don't know fear. I thought it was more ugly than cute. Nah, don't worry. I got you. That should do it. Oh, we get to choose. I wonder if there's something
ちょっ
that
と頼みがあるんだけど。
I wonder if there's like different stuff that you could get depending on your answers to tweeps. Hey Yashio, can I ask your favorite cat? Hey Akawa. One of my few classmates still around cleaning duty talks to me.
私帰りのバス遅れそうなんだ。ヤシオって暇でしょ？
Character model.
悪いんだけどゴミ捨て変わってくれない？
No character model for you.
やめとけって早川。ヤシはほら無駄だから。
でも暇そうじゃん。
It's not that I look like I have free time. I do have free time, but I'm currently stuck in this room. Who knows when the Madam President is going to get back? I decided to turn down a request, and the only way I
変わ
know.
ってもいいよ。
本当？助かる。
ただし、俺に頼み事をするならまず勝負に勝ってから言ってもらわないと。
Yeah. It's like the whole mentality of like no game, no life. If you want me to do something, you have to beat me in a game.
俺に勝てたら
Except
ゴ
he
ミ
gets
捨て
to
でも
choose
何で
and
も
he
変わ
gets
る
to
よ。
throw the challenge, which is OP.
は？私急いでるんだけど。
だから無駄って言ったろ。いつものことじゃん。ヤシオに頼むのが間違ってんだよ。
もういいよ。何が勝負よ。バカじゃない？
Still muttering complaints, the two pick up the trash cans and exit the classroom. I'm alone now. Wait, if Hayakawa is seriously about to miss her bus, why couldn't Takahashi take out the trash alone? I considered shouting at them, but that'd be belligerent even for me. Wait, she's gonna miss the bus? Why you gotta be an asshole, man? Just take out the trash. It's gonna take like 10 minutes, man. What the fuck? Bro, I have to miss the bus. Like, if I'm gonna miss the bus at work, usually people will just help out. You can't be that much of a dick, man. I'm aware that people consider me a pain, but this is my policy. I have no intention of changing it. Yeah, but you can still not be an asshole. Come on. Just when I'm about to finally enjoy a match of Kill Ballad. Akio returns to the clubroom, key in hand. With the clubroom key in hand. The key is stored in the faculty room, so she has to go and pick it up every time we have
部
club.
室へゴー。
はいはい。
Let's go. I stand up from my seat. We exit the classroom and walk together towards the
教頭
clubroom.
いた？
いなかった。思ったんだけど、教頭先生って最近学校来てないのかも。回も見てないよね。
I shrug my shoulders, indicating that I haven't.
ミッチーなら知ってるだろうから問い詰めてみよう。
めげないね。すっぽんわきちゃんって呼んであげるよ。
何それかっこ悪い。何せよ、部費をもらえなきゃ何も始まらないんだよ。もう2ヶ月近く放置だし、このままずるずる。
There's the dude who's gonna be important later on, of course. Look how tall he is, though. Man, his freaking top of his head doesn't even fit on the screen. The moment she sees a certain male student, Akiho winces. His name is Subaru Hidaka, and he's a second year. You can call him Akio's arch nemesis. At the same time, you can say he's the one person Akio won't give up on trying to win over. I can already see the sparks flying violently between them.
いやーやー、日高くん
Look at her freaking reaction. Despite feigning cheerfulness, it's pretty clear that she's afraid of the younger boy.
ここで会ったが1年3ヶ月目というわけでさ、ロボ部に入って一緒に正義の巨大ロボを作ろうよ。
三流ロボ部に入るつもりなんてありません。
Subaru Hidaka perfectly KOs Akiho
もう20回以上そう答えたはずですが。
over 20
で
times.
もほら、ロボ部にとっては日高くんの技術力が必要なの。
関わり合いになりたくないんですよ。ロボ部とは。失礼します。
Don't worry, we'll get him later, mate. Just gotta wait it out. Without even a nod, Subaru Hidaka changes from his indoor shoes to his regular ones and then leaves.
あいつ、絶対ロボ部に入れてやるんだから。
Akio's face is bright red. She looks like she's gonna start stamping her feet in anger.
あんなに嫌われてるのに、アキちゃんもしつこいね。
また一言。
I haven't the slightest clue why, but Subaru Hidaka is actively hostile towards the robotic club. He was the one student who came to watch our club last year, but it wasn't long before he called us third rate. I get it. In terms of technical skills, Subaru is on a completely different level. In junior high, he apparently entered Robo 1 solo and won third place. He never entered again after that. According to Michi's info, he's even capable of repairing broken wristwatches. I understand that he looks down on us to an extent. If he ever joined the robotics club, he'd immediately be our ace. Heck, even though he's younger, he'd probably make a better club president than
俺たちが三流っていうのは確かでしょ。
カイがそういうこと言わないでくれるかな。
事実は事実として受け入れないと。
分かってはいるけど、はいその通りですなんて言えるわけないってば。
It's true. All sorts of people make fun of our little club. It wasn't nearly this bad when Akio and I joined up as new students. It's hard to say where it began, but I think it was after last year's new student club orientation. The seniors in the club weren't the public speaking types, so Akio gave the speech instead. That's where she screwed up. Akio made a showy intro video about Gun Barrel Prototype Model 1 and the club members maintaining it. The BGM for the video was the Gun Barrel theme song, sung by Akio herself. I'm sure you can imagine how all of this went over. And so the only student who came to check on our club was Subaru Hidaka. He must have come to pick a fight. This year, Akio and I ended up alone. She did her best to learn from her prior failures and didn't show the robot. But mid-speech, Akio had an attack and was sent to the infirmary. Since I don't care about robots, it was over. So it made total sense why we couldn't get any new recruits. Plus, right after that, Akio requested a tenfold increase in our budget, and the student council and VP snapped. As a result, even the underclassmen got a bad impression of Akio burned into their minds, and so our club and the gun build project became the objects of ridicule. Students started referring to it as a homegrown scrap. Sure, compared to the high-tech robots being made by huge companies worldwide, ours is both ugly and super low spec. I've heard folks say that if it still hadn't been completed after 8 years, it'll never get finished. They say it's a waste of club funds and that the budget would be better to give into other clubs. I can't argue with that. Hell, you could even argue that the robot club had been given too much special treatment up until now. And all that was because of our groundwork that Misane put into as the founding member of the organization. Since we're clinging to the work of others did before us, I'm sure the school looks at us like we're parasites.
社会の縮図だね。
Anyway, I'm planning on really throwing myself into the kill ballot today. I think to myself as I set my bag down in the club room.
はあ、充電しよう。
Akio says to herself and starts fiddling with her own phone droid. Anime appears on the screen.
疾風怒涛の元気一発頑張れるジャキーン
Look how freaking pumped she is. Jackie! Oh. Gee, is the climax right at the start or something? It only took her 5 seconds to recharge. I gotta hand it to her. It's impressive that she's recovered so quickly. She's even posing.
こんな狭いところで暴れるとまたポケコン壊すよ。
平気平気。
Akio is always like this with anime. The two of us can barely sit comfortably in here, yet she's flailing wildly. If only she'd just go outside. Oh, and how the heck does she get so excited over something she's seen countless
それ
times?
なんてアニメ？
I asked without thinking too deeply about it, and Akiho's expression morphs. She shoves the tablet screen in my
頑
face.
張れるだよ頑張れる。
ああ、そうだった。
You should know that. Now that I think about it, she was shouting its name earlier. I may not know much about robot anime, but that was a dumb question even
そ
for
う
me.
だったじゃないよ。いつもうちの家で見せてあげてるでしょ。
Akio is getting about as heated up as I expected. She's clearly still annoyed from earlier encounter with Subaru, so she's more charged up than usual. That being said, she doesn't show me gun barrel. It's more like she watches it and I happen to be in the
そ
room.
れにカイがしょっちゅうポケコンでやってるゲームは
Akio points to the tablet hanging from my waist.
何のゲーム？
頑張れる。
うちの部が一生懸命作ってるあの実物大ロボは何のロボ？
頑張れる。
ここに置いてあるブルーレイは
Akio picks up the Blu-ray disc package sitting on the desk and points at the picture on the jacket.
一体何のアニメでしょう？
頑張れる。
正解。
She drops the frown and returns to a smile. By the way, that's the only Blu-ray disc we have. Hell, the club room doesn't even have a Blu-ray player or a TV, so it's useless.
カイ、そんなんじゃロボ部員失格だよ。
学ぶ姿勢っていうのがなってないんだよな。うん。
自分で言わないでくれるかな。
まあさらに正直に言うと興味ないからね。
それはとっくに知ってます。
Akio shrugs her shoulders in exasperation and for some reason pulls out the whiteboard in the corner.
まさか。
というわけで、興味のないカイを今日こそ洗脳してあげよう。
Seriously, she always goes on forever.
まずはじめに、頑張れるは神アニメである。
It's a god anime. Here comes the hyperbole. Oh boy.
少なくとも21世紀に入ってからだと一番ヒットしたアニメ作品なのだ。ブルーレイの売上枚数は未だに世界一。
Pretty big. That's for sure. In the age of the phone droid, everyone switched to cloud storage when it comes to media. No one buys stuff on discs. Of course, I don't dare voice any of this, as it would just make your talk longer.
やっぱりロボットアニメは最高だよね。日本人の男の子はみんなロボット大好き。
I'm pretty sure you're a girl. Hey, who cares?
昭和の時代にあの鉄腕少年がお茶の間に登場して以来、ロボットは友達で憧れでヒーローでかっこいいものだったの。いわばジャパニメーションの象徴。それがロボット。人型のロボットに対する価値観が違う海外じゃ絶対に描けないものなの。
Different set of values. They have a totes different set of values.
確かに逆に日本人にしか理解できないものって言われちゃってたりもしたけど、
Okay.
でもね、頑張れるは違う。頑張れるも日本のアニメスタジオが作ってるんだけど、まず海外から放映を開始したの。日本の放送開始はその半年後で、
It was made by a Japanese studio and then it didn't even air in Japan for 6 months. Interesting.
その頃には世界中で熱狂的な話題になってたんだな、これが。その熱狂に引きずられたわけじゃない
That
け
would
ど、
never happen in real
日
life.
本でも当然のようにすごい視聴率を叩き出してブーム到来ってやつですよ。
It's not like Japan wants the overseas viewers over the Japanese viewers. It's always the Japanese viewers first. And I mean, that's fair. There's no way a Japanese film studio would air something overseas and then not air it at home for 6 months. That's just not how that's
し
gonna
か
work.
もね、終わり方もただの終わり方じゃなくて伝説級なんだよ。
I've legit heard this a billion times.
3年間続いたテレビシリーズの最終回はなんとまさかの放映中止。そりゃもう世界中でファンが暴動一歩寸前まで行ったぐらい大騒ぎになったんだから。
I do remember this part.
その最終回はブルーレイにも収録されてないし、関係者も誰も話したりしないしで、一切が謎に包まれてるわけ。あれからもう4年くらい経つけど、未だに最終回はどんな内容かを予想してる人がたくさんいる。それだけじゃなくて、最終話のマット動画がネットには大量に溢れてる。ファンの中には放送しないことこそがガンバレルの最終話に込められたメッセージなんだとかメタ的な分析してる人もいるぐらいなんだよ。うちはこの最終回スタッフの壮大な挑戦状だと思ってるんだ。
It is pretty accurate for how
と
fans
にかく
think.
最終回が幻のまま放映されなかったことで、ガンバレルは一気に神アニメに進化したことは間違いないよ。
Can you imagine like Attack on Titan, for example? Like Attack on Titan goes and airs, and it's you know going super well, and the very last episode they just never release.
っていうか今の世界的なロボットブームはガンバレルがきっかけだっていう説もあるくらいなのさ。
I just want to play Cube.
ガンバレルは今でも世界中で愛されているアニメだし、これを超えることはできないでしょ。
そうそう。ガンバレルはさ、過去のロボットアニメと比べてどこが優れてるかって聞かれると、ってなっちゃうんだ。でもなんていうのかな、ロボットアニメの半世紀の歴史の集大成って感じなの。誤解を恐れずに言えば、歴代の名作ロボットアニメのいいとこ取りかな。ストーリーだって古き良き王道ヒーローものだし、でもその王道をとことんまで突き詰めてる。おかげでね、とってもわかりやすいの。出てくるキャラもみんないい子ばっかりで感情移入できる。だからこそ熱くなれるし感動もできるわけなのさ。どう？今ものすごーく見たくなってきたでしょ。1話から全話マラソンしたくてたまらないでしょね。
Akio's eyes sparkle as she attempts to innocently appeal to me. She's like a little boy talking about his hero. Heck, I'm even starting to get excited just.
それでも俺は興味ないけどね。
もうひねくれ者。
You contrarian?
っていうか、ロボットアニメについてそこまで熱く語る女子高生なんてアキちゃんくらいだよ。
I would highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. I guarantee you there are girls out there who watch Gundam. Definitely. 100% sure.
また洗脳失敗か。もういい。続き見る。
Akio sulks and goes back to appreciating Gun Barrel. Alright, well that seems like a good place to leave off this episode. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button, and we'll see you all for the next episode.